All right, good morning. Court's on the record, Commerce City Municipal Court for November 18th of 2021. For the people that are on Zoom, please leave your devices on mute. I will ask you to unmute your device when I'm ready to call your specific case. And for the person in the courtroom, when I call your case up, just come to station number 1. While you're at station number 1, please just remember to speak loudly and clearly. One of my responsibilities today is to make sure everything is being properly recorded. After you're done, I'll direct you to see my clerks in the lobby. Their windows are located to the left once you've exited through the double doors at the rear of the courtroom. Let's go ahead and start with Ahmad Jalal. And Counsel, if you would come to station 1, please.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, Stephanie Nelson, attorney registration 27425. Hearing for Mr. Jalal, your request is waiver of tax hearing.
Good. All right. The proposed disposition I have is that if on his behalf you tender a plea of guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a vehicle with a defective headlight, a 1-point violation, and if he attends a level 1 driving class, the city attorney will dismiss the original careless driving charge against him. Is that a correct statement of the proposed disposition?
Yes, it is.
You've represented to the court that you have your client's authority to enter this plea on his behalf, correct? All right. We'll waive his appearance pursuant to 167202. Then, on behalf of Mr. Jalal, with regard to the charge of driving a vehicle with a defective headlight, a 1-point violation on October 15th of 2021, here in Commerce City, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I'll accept the plea. Anything by way of mitigation?
Just that you have a fairly decent driving record. It's one of those things where somebody has stopped short when they were going to go through the lights and change their mind. And that's happened with Mr. Jalal. No one was injured. It was a minor accident, and he does have a pretty decent driving record.
Right. I will note that he does have a mitigated driving record. It's a very serious collision, however. Fortunately, nobody was hurt.
Yes. And we would just request in the sentencing that you could have a stay on the IMC's and court process until next Friday, the 26th of November. That way we could get that report right then.
Sure. My clerks will give an automatic stay for at least 2 weeks. We'll also give him 6 weeks within which to submit proof of completion of the level 1 driving class. Okay. Here's how I'm going to do it. The scheduled fine in this case is $200. I'm going to impose the $200 fine. I'm going to suspend 120 of it. I am going to order the level 1 driving class. There's going to be surcharges and court costs added to the remaining $80 fine. My clerks will tell you what the total is. They'll provide you the stay of execution. They'll give you the referral to the class. Because of the holidays, he needs to contact those people right away, get signed up, because it's really hard to get them scheduled very quickly. But have him sign up, do the class. They'll give him a certificate of completion. He needs to submit that to the court by the deadline my clerks give you. Another thing I always tell people who do these classes, especially when there's an accident, have him send a copy of it into his insurance adjuster. You know they're going to raise his rates because of these at-fault accidents. They might give him a discount for doing a driving class. Okay? Any questions?
No, thank you. I'll get paperwork at the time for the office.
All right. Yes, you will. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good holiday.
You too. All right. Luis Castillo, if you would unmute your device, please.
Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All right. I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of improper lane use, that is a 3-point violation, the city attorney will dismiss the original speeding charge against you from October 10th of 2021 at about 12:30 in the afternoon in the area of 77th and Highway 2 here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to this reduced charge?
Yes, sir. Plead guilty.
Did you watch the advisement of rights video?
Yeah.
Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are waiving all of the trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of in that video?
Yep.
Let's try yes, no, yes, sir, no, sir. Yup doesn't really do it for me, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
All right. Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will?
No, sir.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No, sir.
And are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
I am not, sir.
Then to the added reduced charge of improper lane use, a 3-point violation on October 10th of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Plead guilty, sir.
All right, I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you?
No, sir.
All right, you have nothing in aggravation on your driving record, so you're in good shape there. Your scheduled fine's $120. I'm going to reduce your fine to $80 plus surcharges and court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerk's going to reach out to you by email, either later today or tomorrow. They're going to tell you what the total is once everything is added in, and if you need, they'll tell you how to make payments, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, before you leave the meeting, let me just caution you. I see, that you live up in Brighton. Just so that you're aware, when you're coming down from Brighton, pretty much all of the streets coming north and south from Commerce City are 45-mile-an-hour zones. Tower Road, Highway 2, Highway 85, Quebec. North and south, they're almost all 45-mile-an-hour zones. So just keep that in mind in the future. You can't go wrong if you know consistently they're all the same speed limit, okay?
Yeah, okay. Thanks, sir.
If you don't have any questions, you can go ahead.
No, everything's good. Thank you.
You can go ahead and leave the meeting. Enjoy your day.
And you too. Bye.
All right. Christopher Canterbury, if you would unmute your device.
Hello.
Good morning. Give me a
Good
minute
morning.
while I pull up your case. Let's see. All right, I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, that's a 2-point violation, the city attorney will dismiss the original speeding charge against you from October 10th, 2021 at about 4:30 in the afternoon in the area of 74th and Highway 2 here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to this reduced charge?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you watch the advisement of rights video?
I did, sir.
Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are waiving all of the trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of in that video?
Yes, I do.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will?
No, sir.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No, sir.
Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, on October 10th of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Anything you want to tell me that I should take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you?
No, sir.
All right. Same thing. Highway 2 is a 45 zone. Where you were is actually a 35 zone because that's more into the central part of the city. So you just have to watch the speed limit signs. All right. The ticket that you got in 2019 is too old, so that doesn't hurt you. All right. Your scheduled fine's $120. I'm going to reduce your fine to $80 plus surcharges plus court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerks will send you an email telling you what the total is, telling you how to make payment, and working out a payment plan if you need it. Do you have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. That email will show up either later today or sometime tomorrow, okay?
All right, cool. Thank you.
Okay, you can go ahead and leave the meeting.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. All right, Christopher Smith, if you would unmute your device, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I have a document that alleges that on October 9th of 2021, at about 10:30 in the morning, in the area of 5990 Dahlia Street, that's the Walmart store located here in Commerce City, it's alleged that you committed the offenses of theft and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand what you're accused of?
Yes, sir.
All right, the city attorney said he reviewed the elements of each of those charges with you. In other words, he explained what he would have to prove in order for you to be found guilty of committing these offenses. Did he go over those elements with you?
Yes, sir.
All right, he also says that you and he have worked out an agreement that if we're going to set this for a new court date, if you complete 24 hours of useful public service, a one-day petty theft class, not return to the Walmart, and commit no new ordinance violations, when you come back, if everything is in order, I can dismiss this case. Is this how you wish to resolve your case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A couple more questions. One, did you watch the advisement of rights video?
I watched the advisement of rights video earlier this morning.
Okay, good. And are you currently a member of or a veteran of the United States Armed Forces?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. When you leave the meeting, my clerks are going to send you an email. Included in that email, obviously, is the new court date. It's going to be at least 6 weeks out to give you plenty of time to get everything done. They're going to send you a referral to the people that put on the petty theft class. It's important that you contact those people right away, especially with the Christmas holidays coming up, in order for you to make sure you can get registered for a class and have it done before the next court date. When you finish the class, they're going to give you a certificate of completion. It's your responsibility to make sure that certificate of completion is submitted to the court on or before the next court date. My clerk's going to give you the form we use for community service. You can do the community service anywhere. It does not need to be done in Commerce City. Find some place that's close to you, convenient to you. The only requirement that I make is that the place that you do the community service must be a legitimate nonprofit agency. I won't accept it if you simply do free work for friends, neighbors, relatives, or for a for-profit business. Make sure it's a legitimate nonprofit. You know, I think Balswan has a school out there in Broomfield, churches, schools, I don't know, a whole bunch. Boys and Girls Club, if they have one out there. Just whatever place you pick, Goodwill, art, you know, things like that, Meals on Wheels, whatever you pick, make sure it's a legitimate nonprofit. Do the work, have them fill out the form, and then again, it's your responsibility to submit that completed form to the court on or before the next court date. And then the rest of this is easy. Stay out of the Walmart and stay out of trouble. Now, you may, based on this case, have been banned from all Walmarts and Sam's Clubs nationwide. That's between you and the company. The only one I have jurisdiction over is the one that's here in Commerce City. I'm ordering you not to return to that Walmart for any reason whatsoever. If everything's in order on the next hearing date, case gets dismissed, and it would be subject to being sealed. That's really important to get something like this that's on your record sealed.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, and you can go ahead and leave the meeting. Just keep an eye out for that email, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.